What's up? This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice.
This is Adlib.
Yo, what up? This is Specs One.
This is Special K.
Hot Rocks, motherfucking Scrat MC.
Breaking
Wreckords.
Breaking Records Radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio.
Check them out.
What's good, y'all? This your boy Obi-Wan Jack Hellington sitting here with Maloney. We got a special guest with us today for the third time, Mr. Adlib. How's it going, brother?
Peace, peace. What's up?
Welcome back. As always, a pleasure to have you.
Always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
We linked up with Ill Bill lately,
Oh, dope.
and he wasn't extremely happy to be there because the venue was a surprise. It was like an outdoor type thing. Wasn't expected. It wasn't your typical venue.
Yeah.
So I want to start off with, have you ever been in that situation where you signed on to a show, showed up, and it just was nothing near what you expected?
Oh, yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
Man, let me think of one in this particular. Holy shit, that's a good question, bro. Well, I've had that exact experience happen before where you're looking for the spot, you're driving up and down the fucking road, I gotta get out going though. But we're driving up and down the road, you can't find it, you call the promoter, they'll be like, oh, come out, you know, and they fucking drive you down the road and it's like some like fucking 30, 50 kegs and bonfires and fucking stage out there, you know what I mean? Like, I've had that exact same thing happen to me before, it was a while ago, you know, but I actually had the time of my life then. I ain't gonna lie, it was wild. But yeah, on a tour I was on not too long ago, man, we showed up to a venue and it was like a fucking like, it was like in a strip mall, we're like looking for this fucking spot. Looking, it can't be that spot. We walk over, it's like a place that they're like having a wedding at type of thing. It's like all set up for like a wedding, and they're like, hey, you guys are gonna be straight here tonight. We actually ended up not doing that show, not for nothing, man. The promoters were a little bit fucking janky and shit, and we ended up bouncing on that. The TM was hard body. He was like, fuck that, man. And so.
Say word.
Yeah. We ended up doing some shit the next night. We gave everybody that was there, we gave them all tickets to the next night because we were only like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
We gave them all free tickets. We hung out in the parking lot. We sold merch out of the van instead of going in. The promoter was tight. He was tight as fuck. Because we were still just kicking it with everybody that was there.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't leave. We kicked it, but we're like, fuck you, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even so much the spot. It was just the other behind the scenes bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you start inquiring further into shows after some of these experiences, so you have an idea of what you're showing up to more of the time?
Yeah, I mean, yo, it's crazy though that like you could have a what you think is a bulletproof contract, and like you'll still walk into some like, you know what I mean? Like as far as sound, as far as like just little shit, you know what I mean? Just little shit that like you know, I heard a crazy interview back in the day with David Lee Roth, and like supposedly he was like the originator of like the crazy rider, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what he was saying is he was like, look, man, we had so much speakers and we had so much stuff that we were bringing in that like I knew if I said I only want red M&Ms and I go into the dressing room before the show and that's not happening, I know that they weren't reading the fine detail. They might, you know what I mean? So they would show up to spots and not be able to play because the sound wasn't efficient. You know what I mean? And that could be worse for you, man. Like, you know, like the guys are paying to see you perform. They want to see a good show. Yeah. You walk into a spot, they got some fucking little bullshit PAs, and like they didn't, you know, they're not ready to have a proper show. You're doing a disservice to the people that are paying a ticket. Yeah. Like they should get their fucking money back and I'm gonna still kick it with all of them, and I'm gonna still make sure that if they want to get merch, they want to do whatever like that, whatever the case, we're still gonna do it. Make it worth their while. It's for the people that buy the tickets, man. You know. So
what are some of the most extreme rider items that you've heard about other artists requesting?
I mean, to be honest, everybody that I ever rocked with is pretty like humble, is like basic shit.
Just trees,
liquor, trees, fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking cheese tray or fucking vegetable tray. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some towels. Nothing. I don't know anybody that's like a real dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've heard about wacky shit, you know what I mean? Like weird shit. I've seen a lot of like dudes come in and fucking like demand fucking wacky ass drugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's about it.
We talked briefly about your upcoming project, no release day and whatnot.
Yeah, no release day.
But you mentioned earlier to me that you're in the closer, you're edging closer
Almost
every time.
there, man. Almost there. Like, I know how the record's coming out. You know, I just can't. Like, I just want to make sure. I'm a person that always wants to make sure I fucking cross my T's and dot my I's before I say anything, because I really I care about the people that support me, and I want them to get the best product that they're gonna get. I want them to have the best bundles and the best, you know what I mean? Like, I want my art to come out the way I envision it, and I know it's going to, and I'm super excited about what's gonna happen. But you know, it's ready. The record's been done for like 6 months. You know what I mean? It's ready to go. You know, and I just want it to come out proper.
Is there projects from the past that you've taken through these steps as well, or has everything been through Sensi Star?
Yeah, no, never to this length. And I learned this like the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because when I would first like do the mixtapes, I'd be literally mixing the record and have a release party the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like trial and error and like, you know what I mean, learning and being just young and hungry, just fucking overly hungry. You know? And we all go through it, you know what I mean, on every kind of different artist level. But yeah, I like working with Rob the Viking. I don't take that lightly, you know what I mean? Like, I hold him very high as far as like, you know, I think the dude's a musical genius. Like, I personally, like, I think that he, you know, I think that, I mean, what he's done in his track record already is like crazy, but I think that people don't even like what he's gonna do and what he's capable of doing. I think is just so crazy. So working with him, you know, so it started with The Highway with Sensi Star. And on that record we didn't take any shortcuts. We went to Scott Stallone, we went to Peter Humphreys. That was the first time I worked with Peter Humphreys doing mastering. We didn't take any shortcuts with that record with Sensi Star. And Sensi Star doesn't take shortcuts, period. So that's my brothers. They're part of this, you know, the deals that we're working with, Primitive Tomorrow. Sensi Star's part of it. They're always gonna be my family. So, but with that record, once we didn't take any shorts, like, you can't go back on that then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I did the EP, Teenagers from Mars, like, I took that and I stepped it up. This time I flew to Vancouver, you know what I'm saying, and recorded with Rob and had Rob mix and like, you know, like, did it together, went to record stores and looked at different samples and got the color vinyl and we did it, you know what I mean? Like, so now this is kind of the full length coming off of that EP. It's by far the best music I ever made, like leaps and bounds, like on every level, sonically, lyrically, conceptually, like everywhere, you know? So I just want it to be right. I'll wait fucking 10 years. It's a timeless record to me. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna lose like substance if I wait 6 months. A lot of artists, I don't think, can say that type of shit. They make fucking records for today. That's why they gotta put out, you know what I mean?
That's what happens when these artists follow trends. The trend could fall out in a week and then it's obsolete.
Exactly.
But so with every record you're taking like a step up. So what's the next record after that? What's the next step that you're gonna try?
Man, I would love to go to like Vancouver and like have musicians and Rob and make,
live aspect
and make a record there. You know what I mean? Like I think that's gonna be like the evolution of what we're doing right now. Like, this time, the first time he sent the music, we did it in Philly. Second time he sent music, I wrote, then I flew to Vancouver. This time when we did Primitive Tomorrow, I went to Vancouver with like 10 demos or 8 demos of different songs that I have from other producers, Level 13, Sharky, Ollie Arms, and then he added on the spot. Like, over the time that I was out there, he added textures and he added layers, and then, you know, I already had the songs written, obviously, so boom, we did one song live that week, you know, and that experience was great. So I knew that that's the next thing I want to do. You
Yeah.
know, Rob brought in guitarist, and bassist, and like we brought in singers, and like, you know what I mean. So like that's where I want to go with it next. You know,
That's dope.
for sure.
Being a man of the road such as yourself, have you ever toured with a live band?
No, I want to so bad.
Yeah. So musicians, listen up. Man, Adlib here.
Yeah, man.
Need
If
your
you
help,
live
man.
in or near Philly, you know, anywhere around there, and you're fucking badass. Let's work.
Now you're on the road again?
Yeah, man. Just kind of staying on the road. Doing instead of doing long runs like we did last year, I've been doing a bunch of like regional, like 10 city runs.
Yeah.
So you know, hitting the East Coast of Canada, East Coast of U.S., West Coast of U.S., West Coast of Canada. Just kind of doing it like that in a little 10-day increments. So I'm on my third leg now, and it's been great, man. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't be more happy, man. I actually have my wife and kids with me. Well, my wife and my youngest son is with me, and it's beautiful. Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's great then.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
What's the dynamic of touring like? Does the lifestyle take a 180 or? When you have your family on the road?
Having my wife again?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my son's 3 years old. So like a 3-hour drive is not a 3-hour drive. You know,
Yeah.
like you gotta plan it out so that he's happy and that like, you know, I don't want to stress him out. you
Yeah.
know? So I want him to be happy, you know. Excuse me. So yeah, you know what I mean? Step up with the hotels. Definitely different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, you know what I mean? Gotta make sure you're in a nice hotel, have a pool, and
Yeah.
make sure you know what I mean, where you gotta be so that he's good.
The amenities are close.
Yeah, and I only brought them on this 11 days because every promoter out here on this run I've worked with for 3 or 4 years. So I'm so comfortable with these markets that I'm comfortable to bring my wife here. I know the
Yeah.
area. It's not, you know, a little bit better, and I know things to do, and I know that these are shows that they don't need me to be at loading at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? I can come in. I've been doing 2 sets every night. I've been opening the show and then closing the show every night.
Oh, really?
And yeah, man, something that I've been looking and, you know, wanting to do a little bit more, you know, and I think it's just something that my supporters will dig. And
Was there anything that like inspired that, or?
yeah, to be honest, man, it's you know, like a lot of classic rock bands always would do that, you know.
Oh, really?
You know, and like the Grateful Dead, for instance, something like that. These guys will go and rock for an hour, take a break, they'll come back out and rock again. On the level that I'm on, like I'm not coming out to fucking 300, 400 kids that are just like, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
see Adlib, you know what I'm saying? I'm still rocking in smaller venues. You know, sometimes I'm support, you know, in a bigger market, whatever the case. And so you know how it is, man. Like sometimes these promoters will grab 5, 6, 7 local acts. And maybe they're all dope, but maybe they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, what ends up happening is like contractually, you have so much time to perform. And that I want to perform, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm one of these guys, I'm not trying to go up there for 10 minutes and bounce.
No.
I'm
You're
trying to go
actually
do my
there to
thing, man.
show
Like,
your art.
I'm trying to build this brick by brick, you know what I mean? So if there's only 30 people or 40 people at a show, I'm still giving them the same show as the nights where there's 80, 150, 200, you know? So, yeah, man, I just noticed that sometimes I have to go on, I have to cut my set short. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like you get only your crowd at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like like I said, I'm trying to build brick by brick. So
Yeah.
I like opening up the set and just coming out, rocking. You know what I mean? People still hang around. You know, and I feel like I have enough music that warrants it.
And do you do different sets then too?
Completely different sets
That's
every
dope.
night. Yeah, and been just switching it up. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, keeping a good balance.
Yeah.
it's been good. It's been working so far. I don't know if it's gonna be like, you know what I mean, whatever. But for this particular run, it's been good because this way, especially with my family, it's easy. I can come right in, rock, boom,
Go,
kick it,
come
yeah,
back.
and then rock. You know, and so it's been good, man. It's been good.
Is there other times in the past that you've taken the family on the road?
Only to this market, only to like the Toronto, up to like Quebec. You know what I mean, like that area.
So Canada's fairly dependable for as far as your support goes there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. I feel like Canada's my second home. I would love, like, when it's all said and done, I think I'm gonna live in BC. You know, with my family. I think it's where I want to grow old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, man, and such a great country, bro. It's good people, and by far the stoniest country on earth. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't care what nobody says, bro. You guys are the stoniest country. Yeah, smoke good.
You got all this dope merch and whatnot. We talked last time. Is it up on your the rollies and everything up on your website now?
Yeah, it's gonna be on rebelhippies.com, and the site is like so close to being done. It's just like literally like this little nonsense, man. We have this one particular thing that we're doing that I don't know of many people that are doing this formula, and it's just getting the back end of that right. You know what I mean? More or less is a way that we'll be able to have papers to your house every month, a subscription type of plan, like a club, like a roll-up club. But just having the back end of that right is the only thing that's holding everything up.
Yeah.
Very close.
So you're a man of perfection, obviously.
Yeah.
You're ready until the time is right, and then
When the time is right, we do it, man. Then you know it's gonna be right. Yeah. But we have the medtainers and all that, or you know what I mean. You can hit up Rebel Hippies, Rebel_Hippies at Instagram if you want medtainers and you want papers. You can get them. The store is just not up yet, but it's available. We can point you in the right direction of stores that have them available now.
Dope.
Cool.
All right, man. Thanks for your
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Breaking fucking Records Radio.